In this video, I'm going to be going over the brand new mod map Astraeos, which is made by the creator of Fjordur from Ark Survival Evolved, as well as the Svartalheim mod map as well. But I think this has got to be probably one of his best maps. I mean, it's only like 15% complete right now, but it is free. There's no premium version just yet. There will be in the future. But in this video, I'm just going to be going over 8 new features that this map brings, as well as showing off the map as well. And first off is the map itself. It's got to be one of the best looking mod maps we've gotten, of course, and in Ark Ascended, it looks great. It looks like a lot of the Scorched Earth assets for the mountains that have like made white, and I think the white looks really cool. Also, haven't mentioned yet, but this is a Greek themed map, and you'll notice that all through the map with all kinds of structures and stuff that they have, as well as bosses and other creatures that are in this map as well. But I think the terrain for it looks really cool. It's kind of just this main one biome with these white like mountains and stuff, but of course this map is only 15% done, and it's basically like this one giant island that's out right now, and it's around the same size as the island. Even I think Nikita said it was like 2 times bigger than the island. But this map has a ton of ocean in it. It's got like tons of islands and all kinds of stuff, and if you like add all of it up, of course not the stuff that's done, you can't even go to the other areas, but like once it's finished, it's going to be twice the size of Ragnarok. So it's going to be huge, but also a lot of that is also ocean. It's made up of a lot of islands, so that's good to keep in note. And there's going to be a lot of different biomes. I'm guessing other than this, looks like there's a desert biome on the outside, but you can't really see it. But of course you've been seeing the footage of the main one we have, which I believe is called like Corinth or something like that. All the islands have their own names, which you can see on the map. And this one, like I said, looks pretty cool. There's a few different areas. Like this place right here is more forested than the rest of the areas. There's also like the pink cherry blossom trees you can find around. It's also a swamp biome. It's a very small swamp biome, but I think it looks really cool once you go in there. Like the sky kind of dims and turns like a kind of green, and it looks really cool, especially with all the foliage growing on the sides of the cliff there. It looks pretty great. You can also see another biome right outside. You can't go to it, but you can see it's like black cliffs, and it kind of goes up to a huge mountainside, which looks like the edge of the map there. And number 2 is the custom ruins that come with Astraeos. This map has tons of ruins we've never seen in the game before. Of course, a lot of them being Greek themed. There's huge statues. You can even find a few ships, not even like ruined ships. They're like actual ones you can stand on. You can't drive these ones. You have to make your own, which we'll get into later. But of course, there's more ruins with tons of statues in there. You can find statues all over the place. Some statues will be holding up like huge rock formations, and it's kind of integrated in there really well. I found this area that kind of looks like a Colosseum, I guess. I don't know if you'd call that, because it's like in the ground kind of, but this area is really cool. I like that. I would honestly think about building here, as well as there's just tons of different ones, tons of cool. Like I said, the ruins on here are really unique as well, tons of statues, and a lot of them also use the like custom skins that they have for the structures, which of course I'll get into later in the video as well, but they use those as well, so you can kind of build with some of the pieces that you actually see here. And number 3 is the Astraeos cosmetics. So these ones you can get through a mod. There's actually 3 different mods, excluding the main Astraeos mod, and I would recommend, if you are going to play this map, that you download all of these mods, because it kind of just adds to the experience a little bit more, so you could kind of get the full idea. But of course, these cosmetics you kind of just spawn with them, and if you click the little icon, you get access to all of them. This right here is my favorite skin combo. Of course, there's a different like chest pieces and stuff like that, with these other chest pieces not having the cape. I mean, it's a cool one, but I like the one with the little cape on the side as well. I think that one's pretty dope. There's also different helmets, like this one right here with it coming out of the sides. There's another helmet right here which kind of has like the, I don't know what you call those ear looking things on the side of it, and then there's this helmet right here as well. So there's 4 different helmets in total. And there's 2 different shields. There's this one which kind of looks like the Assassin's Creed logo, and then there's this one with an owl on it. You can also get a custom sword as well, which looks pretty cool. It's got a really thick like end there, but I think it's a pretty cool looking sword. It's always nice to have. As well as there's 2 different spears. There's this one which I really like the design of. I think it's a cool looking one. You can put it on a spear or a pike, I think. And then there's this one which is even cooler. It's got the little like wing things on the side, as well as like the red ribbon. I think this is a really cool spear skin. Number 4 are the ships. You can get ships in here, and they're pretty dope. You can place them down. They work a lot like rafts in the way you can move them, but they seem a little bit more agile. Like you could, and then they're probably around the same. I'm pretty sure the elites like this can't damage these ships, which is great, so you don't have to worry about them destroying the ship. It's got like a cool eagle at the front right here, which is kind of nice. But I mean, ships are just something that I've always thought would be really cool to have in Ark. And this one, and they're pretty well done. You can't go inside the ship or anything, but of course you can build on top of the ship, which I think is a nice detail. You can build all through here. I'm pretty sure you could get dinos on here. I haven't tested on how big a dinos you could fit, but I imagine you could fit some pretty big ones. But I just like how much space there is. There's actually so much you can do, and I imagine it'd be really fun just having a bunch of friends and going around the ocean, or even making one of these ships your base. I think that could be a really fun idea to try and do. But after that, at number 5, we have the Astraeos structured skin. So it's just one skin. And the thing I like about this one is actually, like, majority of the structures have, like, different variants. So they usually have, like, 3 different variants you can choose from, which is even more than like the regular Ark, like the Frontier skin you get from the Tall Tales or the Steampunk one. Usually they only have one type of skin variant, but this one you can choose between different walls, pillars, and all that stuff, and you can make it really cool. The inside of this building I think looks really cool with all the skins in there. You can see there's kind of floor patterns. I couldn't really change the floor pattern at all, so you have to kind of have that pattern, which I think looks kind of nice. It definitely fits with the Greek theme. These skins are pretty dope though. And number 6 is the Minotaur. This one is a mini boss, I guess you could find in one of the caves defending the artifacts. And I think it's cool that there's custom creatures in here. It's basically like a reskinned Ferox, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. It has the same animations as the Ferox and all that stuff. And I believe once the Ferox gets added to Genesis Part 1, there's going to be a Minotaur skin, so you can get that. Also, these aren't tameable, unless you were wondering. You can't tame these things. You can force tame them though, and you can ride them around and stuff, but yeah, you can't tame them. They're pretty strong, but they're not like insanely tough or anything. And number 7 is the Astral variants. These are like alpha variants, their own custom alpha variants, except for they're like blue, they're glowing, there's like a blue outline on them. I think they look really cool and they definitely fit the vibe. Of course, I like blue, so having a blue variant I think looks pretty sick. I believe they give better loot than regular alphas do, and they give you blueprints for different types of things. Here's some of the land ones, like the Raptor, Carna, Rex. I'm pretty sure all of the creatures that normally have alphas, like on the island, have them here. So you can also find ocean ones like Megalodons and stuff like that. And in number 8 is there's a brand new custom boss for this map, which most mod maps don't really do, and if they do, they're usually a reskin, but this is a complete custom boss, at least one that you can't find in Ark anywhere, and I think this one's a really cool one. It's Medusa. Apparently, I've heard from other people this is one of the hardest bosses in the game, and the alpha one is like nearly impossible because it's got like 1,000,000 health or something, so you might want to be pretty prepared for this one, but it basically spawns snakes and spiders and all kinds of stuff. It's got a really cool swamp-like arena. It's really dope looking. And of course, once you kill it, you get a crate with element, and it has its own custom head too, which I find is a nice little detail. This is what the custom head looks like on the trophy mount. I think it looks pretty cool. It's pretty small though. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. What do you guys think of this new mod map? Do you like it? I mean, I personally think this might be one of my favorite mod maps. And of course, we'll just have to see because it's only 15% done, but it still is a massive area to explore. So I'm very curious to see what this map looks like with the updates and the future premium mod version. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and bye.